Okay, welcome back. Apologies for the delay. Um, Life gets in the way, doesn't it, sometimes? Um, so we're going to do body mouldings and we'll do hollowing out. So, easiest rule of thumb with body mouldings are like belly buttons. They're either innies, so like panel gaps, so where you'll cut a little bit out, or outies, where you'll add a little bit extra. So back to the library van that we've been doing. So we'll just hide that off for a minute. So there's not many panels on this. So what we'll do this main moulding here. So that's going to be symmetrical. So that'll go right through to the other side. Obviously, we've got the gap for the doorway. So we won't be able to run it right through. If the door wasn't there, I'd just draw the whole thing and do it symmetrical. But what we'll do this one here. So same as we do with any new into part design. We need to make sure we're not selected anything. We need to create a body, create a sketch, and then I don't know why, but it's gone funny where it places things. So we need on the XZ plane, is there? Okay. So that'll open a sketch for us as usual. So get it. So we're going to do this body moulding there. So nice and easy. It's just a square. It's just an oblong. So we'll zoom in a bit. Get it as near to the line as we can. And then draw it to about the door. 1.16 mil. If you remember that, because all these other ones are going to be 1.16 mil. So when we're happy with it, close the sketch. And then we'll add. So we pad that out. So again, it's moved it up here, and I really don't like why it's done this. But symmetric to plane because we want it both sides. And then what we do, bring the main body back, and then we can, when I can find it, adjust the width. So when we're getting near, there you go, it's popped out. So then just zoom in, see how much you want it to pop out by. So 46 mils a bit too wide. Try it 45. Could do with a little bit more. Probably not a lot, probably 0.2 of a mil. But what you've got to think, if you want it 0.1 of a mil this side, you need to add 0.2 of a mil because you need to add 0.1 of a mil the other side as well. So we'll make it 0.4. Let's see what that looks like. That doesn't look too unreasonable. I think we'll go back actually. Let's go to 0.2. Okay. So there you go. So it's just there, it's just sitting there nicely. Doesn't look too horrendous. You can go in, you can make all these sides more rounded if you want to, but I think on these they're pretty square. So there you go. So that's your outie. So what we're going to do as well, I'll just show you how to draw the panel gap around the door. So, like everything, easy way and is an hard way. And as I'm sure you can see, I tend to choose the easy way. So, brand new one, create a new body, create a new sketch, XZ plane again, which is what we want. So we're going to draw this door. So we want that tiny little panel gap there, really. So what we do, we'll draw the square, but we'll draw it to the outer edge of that white line. Bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. So it doesn't matter how much we pad this to. So I'll just do it to the standard 10, I think. There you go. So we're on right on the outside of that. Close that sketch. We'll think about it for a minute. We'll pad it, standard 10. That will do absolutely fine. Okay. Hide that off for a minute. So what we need now exactly the same, but we're going to do the inner part of that white line. So, XZ, there we go. And we'll do the inner bit. So exactly the same as we normally do. Get your square, but we want the inner part. So you're probably going to be left with a bit that's tiny, point something of a mil. And then take that down to about there. Close your sketch again. Pad it. So bring your first one back, and they should sit in the middle of one another. Look. Now that one there, that second one, make the pad a little bit bigger than the other one. So make it 12 mil. So that'll stick out this end. So you don't want it all sticking out. Transform it. Just knock it back a little bit. That's him. Okay. Get your original. So you need the original is the bit you're going to be cutting out, if you get me. Take your new bit that you've just done into part and then cut it out. So that will leave you a box like that. And that should mimic that panel line that you want to move. Bring your main body back. And then, I don't know why this thing's come to the top. I'm seeing out. And it won't let me maneuver it. Just a sec. In the room. There we go. So, need to move that. That's about it. There we go. But again, so this is going to be a duplicate. So we could do this one twice with one movement. So bring it out, bring it out, bring it out. Now, if you notice, there's a bit of an angle to it. So get your bottom in and then just knock it over slightly. So you're not going to do it 100% to the same angle, but near enough, because then you're not cutting too deep then. So you only want the suggestion of that being there, if you get me now. So that will do for there. Okay, that. And then we'll duplicate it to the other side. Because it's, I don't know why it's done this, and I don't know how you change it. X, Z. So that should put that in the opposite side for you again. So, open it up, get your original item, get your original cut it out. Thinks about it. That's it. There you go. You got that little bit of a panel gap, and it's like I say, it's just a suggestion. You're not going too deep. Do the opposite side. There you go. It should. I've done the opposite side. Yeah. There you go. Magic. Right. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to imagine we've done all these body mouldings, but we haven't. So before we start cutting the inside out, we need to make sure everything's merged into the one shape. So your main body and then that body moulding. Now I know that that goes right through. So come up here, union. So that'll make all of those shapes one item now. So that is a collective now. So that body moulding is part of the main body. Okay. So going to do now, we're going to put the inside out. So it's a bit Heath Robinson this, but it tends to work. So hide off your big shape. So the easiest way I've found is just draw just inside your main body shape. So we'll probably use that line there as a bit of a guide. So exactly the same. Part design, new body, create a sketch. Nice and easy on the XZ plane. Okay. Now you haven't got to be exactly this because you don't want it right up close. So I would start it about there. It don't matter if that front panel's a bit bulbous because it is, you know. Start to about there. To there, look. Right across. Now you want to lose as much of the interior as you can without making it too weak. So generally for 176 you want about 2.5 mil as your wall sizes, perhaps a little bit less, depending on how big your windows are. The more windows you've got in it, the weaker your structure is going to be. Okay, so we've drawn a rough box of what's going to be the interior. Close that. It's hot, so it's taking a bit of thinking about. Machine, not me. Pad it. So we want it again symmetric to planes. Click that a minute. I don't know exactly how wide we want it yet, but if you bring it out, you'll see it's in the middle. Now, the thing to be careful of is because you've got this angle, so it's very slightly narrower at the top than the bottom. Worst case, if that bottom bit ends up a bit thicker, it's neither here nor there, really, in the grand scheme of things. So you can either do that and guess it, or what I tend to do. So if you go up here, right click, you can change the colour and it will just give it a random colour. Bring back your main body with everything, and because you've already cut your windows in it and you've made it a different colour, if you get too thin on this edge here where you've cut that panel gap out, you'll see that different colour. So again, go back into your inside and then we can change the width of it. So just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Now remember, everything's symmetric. So there you go. I don't reckon you want much wider than that. Have a look underneath. See what your sides look like. Now they look about right. A little bit chunky, but doesn't matter. Back, yeah, again, but you know it bulges out. Just check your roof line, make sure you've got no bits poking through. I'd said that's near as damn it. You're not going to get it much closer. So that'll do. Close that. Okie doke. Back into your part. Select your original body. Shift and select that inside and cut. And hopefully, there you go. Hit the collar. You can start making an interior now. Right, I'll leave it with you. Let me know when you want the next one, and we'll try and put something together. See you soon.